You can charm your way through conversations, craft perfect stories, and flash a smile that disarms even the most skeptical. But there's one person you'll never fool: the Sigma male. While most people fall for a well-executed performance, Sigma males have an uncanny ability to see through deception with ease, like a human X-ray machine. They don't merely listen to the words being said. They decode the hidden motives behind them, tracking inconsistencies, reading between the lines, and sensing hidden agendas long before you've even finished speaking. The reality is more unsettling than most would like to admit. Psychology shows that people lie in roughly 1 out of every 3 conversations. But where most people overlook this, Sigma males excel in spotting it. They don't just catch lies, they analyze them. They observe micro-expressions, shifts in body language, changes in energy, and subconscious patterns that most people completely miss. This ability is not born from magic or supernatural intuition. It's the result of an extraordinary level of hyper-awareness and forensic observation, paired with an intimate understanding of human behavior. What makes this ability even more powerful is the fact that Sigma males won't confront you. They won't argue, engage in a confrontation, or expose your falsehoods. Instead, they'll simply label you as fake, mentally file you away, and quietly withdraw from your life. By the time you realize what has happened, they'll have already moved on, leaving you wondering what went wrong. In this exploration, we dive into the 12 psychological detection methods that Sigma males use to effortlessly see through people. Brace yourself. This deep dive might expose uncomfortable truths about yourself that you've never noticed before. 1. The no test. How you react when you don't get what you want. The true nature of a person is often revealed when they don't get their way. Most people can maintain a charming facade when everything is going smoothly. They're patient when they're heard, kind when they're praised, and understanding when they're controlled. But Sigma males know that your true character emerges when you're denied what you want. Do you try to guilt trip others when things don't go your way? Do you emotionally withdraw in order to punish people? Or perhaps you resort to passive-aggressive behavior when ignored. Sigma males are keen observers of these reactions because they reveal deeper issues such as entitlement, manipulation, or insecurity. These subtle behavioral cues are what they watch for in order to gauge your true nature. The Sigma male won't call you out on your behavior or lecture you on your flaws. Instead, they'll quietly label you as someone who only plays fair when they win, and they'll begin to withdraw. By the time you realize what's happening, they've already mentally distanced themselves and left you wondering what went wrong. 2. The logic gap. He doesn't listen to your words. He tracks your inconsistencies. Sigma males don't get caught up in the emotional drama of a conversation. They're not distracted by how tearful or dramatic your story may sound, nor do they pay attention to your tone, your level of charisma, or how persuasive you might be. Instead, they focus on the logic. When you tell an emotional, tear-jerking story, they're looking for the timeline. Does it add up? Are there key details that shift unexpectedly? Do your emotions align with the situation you're describing? If there are contradictions, illogical leaps, or convenient omissions, a Sigma male notices them instantly. They have a finely tuned radar for detecting when something doesn't quite match up. If your story doesn't hold up under their silent scrutiny, they won't engage in a confrontation or argument. They won't waste their energy trying to convince you to tell the truth. Instead, they'll simply file you under unreliable and adjust their trust accordingly, quietly lowering their expectations of you without ever making a scene. 3. The no benefit test. How you treat people who can't help you. True character is revealed not by how you treat those who can help you, but by how you treat those who cannot. Sigma males pay close attention to these interactions because they know that real kindness isn't displayed when there's something to gain. It's shown when there's nothing to be gained at all. Picture the scenarios. How you treat the waiter who serves you your meal, or the janitor who cleans up after you. How do you act around someone who holds no power, influence, or tangible benefit to your life? Sigma males observe these moments intently because they know that anyone can be charming when they're around people who can advance their goals. It's easy to be nice to those in positions of power, but the real test lies in how you treat those who are seemingly beneath you or have nothing to offer. If you're only kind when there's something in it for you, a Sigma male will see through this act immediately. To them, This type of behavior is transparent and shallow. They understand that genuine respect and kindness aren't transactional. They are earned through authenticity and selflessness. And once they catch on to the fact that your kindness is conditional, no amount of charm or surface-level niceness will be enough to regain their respect. They'll quietly file you under self-serving and distance themselves from you, leaving you to wonder why they no longer engage with you in the same way. 4. The beauty illusion. He doesn't get distracted by looks. He studies your hunger. In a world where physical appearance often dominates the first impression, a Sigma male stands apart. While others may be captivated by a perfectly sculpted face or physique that turns heads, the Sigma male isn't fooled by aesthetics. He's not swayed by outward beauty because he knows it doesn't always reflect the true substance of a person. What he's really observing is not your appearance, but the deeper, more telling traits, such as your need for external validation. Does your confidence come from within, or do you constantly seek reassurance from others? When you're around people, are you fishing for compliments, subtly drawing attention to your looks? Or does your energy shift when you're ignored, revealing an underlying insecurity? Sigma males are incredibly attuned to these subtleties. They understand that true confidence doesn't require constant external validation. It's a quiet, unshakable belief in oneself. When they spot someone who is constantly seeking affirmation or fishing for compliments, they can sense the hunger behind the facade. The uncomfortable truth that many people try to hide is that beauty, no matter how stunning, is often just a veneer for deeper insecurities. If a person's confidence is built on the fragile foundation of others' praise, Sigma males can see through it immediately. To them, the desperation behind the glossy exterior becomes apparent. And once they've discerned that your confidence is just a performance designed to fill an internal void, your physical beauty loses all its power. What's left is simply the illusion, and it holds no real value in their eyes. 5. The unfiltered you. Who are you when no one's watching? Sigma males are not interested in the polished version of yourself that you present to the world. They aren't concerned with your best self, the version of you that's carefully curated to fit societal expectations or the image you wish to project. Instead, they want to observe the raw, unfiltered you, the person you are when no one is watching. They're focused on the small, unguarded moments that reveal your true nature. How do you behave when you're bored, disconnected, or disengaged from any audience? How do you talk to yourself when you're alone, without the need for validation or approval? How do you react when faced with silence, rejection, or when you're ignored by others? These moments, small as they may seem, are telling. Most people live in performance mode, adjusting their personality depending on their surroundings. But Sigma males see through this facade. They observe what you do in moments of solitude or discomfort because that's when the real you emerges, free from the constraints of social pressure or expectations. If the true person they uncover doesn't align with the act you've been putting on, they will simply disengage without any confrontation. They don't waste time on people who aren't genuine, and they'll quietly remove themselves from your life, leaving you wondering why they no longer engage with you. 6. The control mask. When love is really about power. Sometimes love isn't love at all, it's an illusion. Some people disguise their need for control as affection or care, wrapping their manipulative tendencies in guise of, "I'm just looking out for you," or "I care too much. That's all." These statements may sound innocent, but to a Sigma male, they're red flags. They understand that what is being labeled as love is often just a thinly veiled attempt to manipulate or control. The so-called care comes with hidden strings, expectations, demands, and obligations that bind the other person emotionally, making them feel indebted or obligated in return. Sigma males are particularly sensitive to these dynamics. They can easily spot when love is being used as a tool for control rather than genuine affection. If they sense that someone's love is transactional, rooted in unspoken power plays rather than mutual respect, they won't stick around to engage in that game. They refuse to be emotionally indebted to anyone, especially when it feels like their emotions are being used as leverage. And once they recognize that a relationship is built on manipulation rather than genuine connection, they'll walk away without a word, leaving behind no explanation. Their exit is quiet, but it's final. There's no room in their lives for emotional games. 7. The validation trap. When confidence is just a performance. Confidence is often seen as a magnetic trait. But a Sigma male knows that true confidence is far more than just an outward display. Many people can walk into a room, hold themselves tall, and project an aura of self-assuredness. But the Sigma male isn't easily impressed by these surface-level demonstrations. Instead, he tests your confidence in subtle, unspoken ways. He might withhold praise when you expect it, disagree with your opinions just to see how you respond, or simply ignore you altogether. It's in these moments that the true nature of your confidence is revealed. If your energy falters when faced with silence or rejection, if your composure cracks under the weight of being unnoticed, the Sigma male knows your confidence isn't truly self-sustained. Instead, it's built on the approval and validation of others, something external, fragile, and fleeting. Real confidence, in the eyes of a Sigma male, doesn't need applause or admiration to stand tall. If your self-assurance crumbles when the spotlight fades, he will have already mentally disengaged, knowing that what you're projecting is a performance rather than an authentic sense of self. For Sigma males, true confidence is quiet and unwavering, not dependent on the constant approval of those around you. 8. The imitation game. He spots when you're copying others. In a world full of influencers, celebrities, and online personas, it's easy to get caught up in trends and mimic the styles or opinions of others. People often borrow catchphrases from influencers, imitate the fashion of their favorite stars, or repeat the latest opinions they've heard on podcasts without ever developing a personal stance. But a Sigma male sees through this imitation almost instantly. He doesn't just observe the surface. He senses when someone is wearing a borrowed identity like a costume. Sigma males value originality. They don't connect with people who adopt pieces of other people's personalities in order to seem interesting or relevant. Instead, they are drawn to depth, authenticity, and individuals who have built their own identity over time. If someone's personality is a patchwork of influences, assembled from the latest trends, celebrity imitations, or recycled opinions, it's obvious to the Sigma male, and it's a huge turnoff. He values the real, unfiltered self. And the more someone tries to fit into a mold or live up to an image crafted by others, the faster he loses interest. For Sigma males, genuine authenticity cannot be manufactured. It's either real or it's not, and they know the difference. 9. The pattern recognition. He sees habits you didn't know you had. Sigma males possess a rare ability to observe and decode patterns of behavior that often go unnoticed by others, even by the person exhibiting them. While most people think they are adapting smoothly to social situations, Sigma males are hyper-aware of the subtle shifts that reveal deeper truths. For example, they'll notice how your tone changes when speaking to authority figures, perhaps a slight nervousness or an overly deferential attitude that betrays insecurity. They'll catch on when you laugh a little too hard to fit in, try to appear more agreeable or likable than you truly feel. They'll even recognize a hesitation in your voice when asked certain questions, an unconscious pause that hints at uncertainty or avoidance. By the time you've spoken just a few sentences, the Sigma male has already mapped out your behavioral blueprint. They can see through the layers of self-consciousness or performance you might be putting on, and often understand you better than you understand yourself. It's not about judging your actions, but rather about recognizing the subconscious habits and tendencies that shape your interactions. These patterns reveal far more about you than the words you speak, giving the Sigma male a deeper insight into who you are at your core. Whether you're aware of them or not, your habits speak volumes, and a Sigma male is always listening, watching, and analyzing. 10. The silence test. He reads your pauses, not just your words. When most people are engaged in a conversation, they focus primarily on what is being said, the words, the tone, the arguments, or the pleasantries. But for Sigma males, what is unsaid holds just as much, if not more, weight. They are experts in reading the pauses between words, the spaces where others might fill the silence with nervous chatter or unnecessary explanations. Sigma males understand that what you don't say often speaks louder than what you do. They can detect subtle cues in those pauses. Are you hesitating because you're crafting a lie, searching for the right words to hide the truth? Or is the silence an indicator that you're unsure, caught between conflicting thoughts or feelings? Sometimes that moment of discomfort reveals hidden tension or unspoken emotions, things you might not even be aware of yourself. For the Sigma male, These pauses offer a powerful insight into your state of mind. A single moment of silence can reveal more about your true intentions, feelings, and state of being than an hour of speaking ever could. The Sigma male doesn't just listen to words, they listen to what is left unsaid, because that's often where the most important truths are hidden. 11. The lifestyle lie, when your actions don't match your words. Sigma males are keen observers of behavior, and one of the most glaring contradictions they notice is when someone's actions don't align with their words. People often have a tendency to preach ideals, values, or lifestyles that sound impressive or socially acceptable, but their actions tell a completely different story. For example, someone might talk about living a minimalist lifestyle while their closet is packed with luxury brand items. Or they might claim to value inner peace, yet they constantly find themselves embroiled in drama or conflict. These contradictions are glaring to Sigma males because they have a sharp sense for spotting hypocrisy. To a Sigma male, authenticity isn't about what you say or what you claim to stand for. It's about how you live. They don't get caught up in your slogans or the image you project to the outside world. They see through the facade to the truth beneath. If there's a disconnect between what you claim and how you behave, they won't waste their time with you. Their respect isn't earned through talk. It's earned through consistent, genuine action. If your actions don't match your words, the Sigma male will quietly dismiss you, opting not to engage in a confrontation, but simply withdrawing from your presence. 12. The kindness transaction, when generosity has strings attached. Some people practice kindness and generosity as a form of genuine connection and goodwill. Others, however, use it as a transaction, expecting something in return, whether it's social favor, manipulation, or an emotional obligation. Sigma males are adept at detecting this subtle form of social currency. They can tell when someone's acts of kindness are motivated by a hidden agenda. For example, if someone is always quick to help others but expects recognition, favors, or loyalty in return, a Sigma male will immediately sense this transactional nature. The key difference lies in the intention behind the action. A Sigma male values pure generosity, acts of kindness that come without strings attached, without the expectation of anything in return. They can spot the difference between someone who genuinely wants to give and someone who is nice just to gain something from the interaction. When a Sigma male recognizes that kindness is being used as a form of barter or manipulation, they will disengage without making a scene or offering an explanation. To them, authenticity and selflessness are non-negotiable. If kindness isn't pure, they simply won't engage with it, and they will quietly step away from any interaction that feels disingenuous. Conclusion: the Sigma male's fatal clarity. Sigma males operate from a place of deep clarity, seeing the world with level perception that most people cannot comprehend. They don't waste time on illusions or appearances. They see through the words you speak, the actions you take, and the motivations driving both. To a Sigma male, the truth is paramount. They value authenticity above all else. Whether it's the sincerity behind your actions, the honesty in your words, or the consistency between the two, they are always evaluating what's real and what's not. If the truth you present doesn't align with their core values, or if they sense that you're hiding something, they will simply vanish. There is no drama, no confrontation, no need for an explanation. They just silently withdraw. Their focus is on living authentically, and if you're not doing the same, they weren't truly invested in the first place. To a Sigma male, authenticity is the ultimate form of respect, and if you're not living in alignment with that, they are gone without a second thought. In the end, the Sigma male's fatal clarity lies in their unwavering commitment to truth and their refusal to engage in anything less. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.